So you just made a video for your business or brand and you don't know what the heck to do with it. Or maybe you know a little bit to do with it, but you want to know what else could you do to help it get more traction than it would if you didn't watch this video. Whether you've made your own content, made content with us or another company, after you have a video, what in the heck do you do with it to get the most out of it? Now, of course, you should try to know this before you even go and shoot a video, because if you're making a video for YouTube, you know that your focus will shift and your culture of the video itself will shift to that which is of YouTube. You got to do the things that YouTubers are doing. It doesn't mean you can't post your video other places though. Or let's say if it's a TikTok video. TikTok is very different from a lot of other social media platforms, and they actually made it so that Instagram and Facebook and YouTube had to copy them because they were the ones that did it first as far as short form 1-minute videos. We're not counting Vine. Does anyone remember Vine though? Maybe you loosely know what to do with it, but my best piece of advice is put it as many places as possible. And if you have the ability, make it look and edit just a little bit differently for each platform. But if you're not a multi-million-dollar company and can't afford to just go around and do that, and you're trying to learn to do things yourself and you want some tips and tricks on that, then listen up. Each and every platform does hit differently, but just because your audience is not on TikTok and your audience is not somewhere else doesn't mean they're actually not there. Just because the majority isn't there doesn't mean some aren't there. You know what I mean? You could have that one person. In fact, if you're the only one reaching out to old people on TikTok, then the old people that are actually on TikTok, you're going to be all over their algorithm. And let's say you even only reach 20 more people, 20 views per video, maybe 50, maybe 200. That's pretty good. Those are 200 views or 5 views, whatever number you got, more than what you would have got if you didn't post there at all. So post it everywhere. That is the number one thing, because your goal is actually to create a customer and to go after them. If it's free to have another line for fishing in another side pond that there's not a lot of fish, but there are some, would you? Would you put it there if it's free? Every platform does hit differently, but that's why you want to pick a focus one and focus on that one. Another big thing is that hashtags do still mean something. It's just changed. From what I know, Instagram could be different, but what I know is that it used to be you would make that first comment to hide all your hashtags, but you would tag the living daylights out of it just to get every single person possible to be able to come into your video. I know that that's the case on YouTube with the regular tags, but not hashtags. If you're doing hashtags, I suggest 3 to 5 hashtags only, and make sure they are specific to that target audience that you're wanting to reach. Don't just go around and go FYP. Don't go around and just make hashtags just because they're trending. Like if you put a hashtag about dogs and your video has nothing to do with dogs, that will actually harm your video more than it will help it. So if you want the right traction, it's going to feed it to that audience first that you're suggesting. You're helping the algorithm say, hey, people with this kind of hashtag generally might like our content. And then the algorithm goes and tests that to a certain test group. If that first test group doesn't work and they don't hit like or stay on your video, then it's going to tank the performance of it. I have a client that I shot a video for, and it's all about air quality and this certain thing that they can do inside a home with the HVAC system and everything. And we wanted to really relate that video to why they need that. And that's the vision casting, the beginning part of it. Hey, is this happening to you? Is this happening to you? Well, here's the solution. That's the gist of the video. To post this video and to get more traction for it, they're not going to use hashtags like the popular one, hashtag FYP. Did I say hash brown enough? Come on. And they're also not going to use a hashtag about like video production or like creatives. Like I'm not going to put my own, even though I made that video, I'm not going to put that into their video because it has nothing to do with their audience. So when we make the hashtag, we're going to go and make hashtags that are a little more like hashtag allergies, hashtag homeowner, hashtag air quality, hashtag pets, something like that, that if it shows it to those people that like pet videos, to those people that like allergy related videos, then this video has a potential to catch their attention and then be of something to get more traction in their video and potentially lead to more customers because of it. Another thing is I definitely suggest posting organically first, unless it's just a straight up sales video, like an advertisement. Then maybe just do ads, because maybe you don't want your followers to see this video, but you do want to put ads on your social media. So that's up for you to decide. But if it's a video that's a hybrid, it's entertaining, it's of value, and there's a slight ask in there or something because you want to help people and it's presented in that way, then I suggest make it an organic post first. Give it about 10 days, 2 weeks, figure it out, test and measure, and do your threshold for what you found to be best to have enough time to pick up organically. And if it's doing well enough, then boost it as an ad and then get into your target audience. Because if you do that, there's people in the parking lot when they pull up to your building. You know what I mean? So when the ad comes by people, there's comments. And so it doesn't look like it's a dead thing, because if you make an ad and there's 0 likes, 0 comments, it makes people look into it a little bit more critically. And then also, if people are supporting you and they see your ad and they want to share that ad or make a comment, it won't show up anywhere for anybody except for more people that you're sponsoring to. And then once that goes away, you never see it again. So there's a lot of shared videos now that people are sharing and they are going away. So really, if you make it organic first, it's better, because what if that just takes off? Then you don't even need to push it out as an ad, and it kind of ramps up your video before it's even an ad. And the last thing that I'll say is very interesting, but it does work if you do it right, is to go into all of those Facebook groups or Reddit groups, like look around of those community local groups, and they can present this video, but they're not going to be salesy. They should not do that, because generally you get blocked in those kind of groups if you're just trying to self-promote. So you really need to go at it as an angle of like answering someone's question that might be on there, and then post the video, be like, hey, we made a video about this if you're interested, like if you want to see that, then it's right here. And it's a more casual way, in a more user-friendly way than just some company trying to promote themselves. So you could also do it as a way to like share a tip. Hey guys, we just moved into our home, because this client just got a new home. So we just moved in here and we're like looking at all this stuff, and have you ever had this? How do we help with this? Or blah, blah, blah. They could really have some sort of question, and they could really add value to them within a post, and then mention, hey, also, by the way, we love doing this kind of thing because blah, blah, blah. And it's made a difference for people with allergies, the air quality, and this, that, blah, blah, blah. That's a very good way, and you can copy and paste that, but then contextualize it for that group again, whatever groups you're going to. When you share videos in Facebook groups, it could change overnight of how much traction you get organically from it. If you're still worried about that, you could have some friends or family or someone in your business to go and do it for you. It's like there's more credibility. Like, hey, I found this company, or, but look in all the cities that you serve. So now there could be 15 different groups of each city. So if there's 15 different groups and then 10 different cities that you serve in the area, post in all those groups, dude, that's 150 posts. But even if you got one view on that, that's 150 views. You're not going to get just one view from that though. And it's going to gain traction and it's going to go. And so you could potentially get a lot more views. That's just a way to do some extra work to get your video organically boosted. Just remember though, be genuine, be human, and don't just do it to promote yourself and make a sale. It's got to have value to them in those groups. And a bonus thing, as a general rule of thumb, every platform wants people to just stay on their platform. So right now, the best thing to do is to create really great content. And also, if you use the ads, make sure and use their own custom forms that are built in to keep people on that platform, because it's more honoring. So Facebook might give you a lot more results for less if you do this. And an example is to make sure and use their custom built form for leads to capture a little bit of information and use their lead system. And if you have a really good CRM, you can also just link that. So that way they're doing the on Facebook form, but it's showing up to your Go High Level account or whatever CRM system that you have. And so then it just goes right into your pipeline and it's not a bunch of extra work for you. And these are really some of the best things that I've seen to be able to get your video out there and get more traction organically first, and then even by advertising. Even a few $100s in ad spend can go a long ways. People spend thousands of dollars for billboards, but imagine you would get a lot more results if you spent thousands on social media ads. There's a lot more attention and ready for call to action. Billboards are hard, people are driving. I'm not really trying to paint an either or picture there or whatever, because billboards can be really good for branding or messaging and things like that. But to get results faster and for less, it's gonna be social media ads. And if you found this video useful and want to learn more about this, please hit like and subscribe, because there's a lot more videos that's all about better content for brands and helping you expand your reach and your message. I'm JT, and keep on keeping on. Yeah, just hanging out here. I think YouTube wants you to click one of these videos here though, so why not do that? Hit subscribe here, subscribe. I can't see my hand. There you go, hit subscribe. It's right here or something. So see you on the flip side.